Okay, at number 5, we have a circle that has a center at the origin 0, 0, and also passes through the point 8, 15. And A, we need to calculate the radius of this circle. So we know this circle and its center is at the origin, which means that it follows the general equation of a circle when its center is at the origin. So x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. And we also know that this point is on the circle, which means that when we input this into the equation, we get 8 squared plus 15 squared equals to r squared. Okay, so we can do this because this point right here is on this graph, this circle. So this circle passes through this point. And when we do this, we can actually solve for the r value. And the r value is the radius. Okay, so that means 8 squared is 64. 15 squared is 225, and that equals to r squared. Okay, so r squared then equals to 64 plus 225, which is 289. Then r equals to the square root of 289. Notice I didn't put a plus minus here because this is a length, so it's always a positive value. So the r then equals to the square root of 289, which equals to 17, which therefore means that the radius of the circle is equal to 17 units. Okay, so now we need to write an equation for this circle. So on B, we have r equals 17, and this is the general form. So x squared plus y squared equals to r squared, but r right here, well, r squared right here is 289, which means the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared equals to 289. And finally for C, we have to graph the circle. Okay, so draw a quick graph. X, Y. Okay, so we know the origin is right here, and we know that the radius is 17. Okay, so how do we graph this then? Well, if the radius is 17, that means that we know that the x-intercept has to be 17. And here has to be also minus 17. The y-intercept has to be 17. And minus 17. Now, why does it have to be 17? Well, we know that the radius is 17. And if the circle has a center at the origin, then what's the radius here? It's 17, 17, 17, 17. It satisfies the fact that the radius is 17. So the intercepts is directly related to the radius, 17 units. Okay, so we know there's a point here, point here, point here, then point here. Okay, now we draw a circle, so try your best to draw your circle. Doesn't have to be so pretty. Okay, let me try again. That was terrible. Okay, that was a little bit better. Keep trying. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Okay, so this is the graph of our circle.